What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we have a fun one. Galarian Zapdos, submitted to the channel by a member of the community, Ethan W1313. So huge congrats on getting the Galarian Zapdos, and thank you for sharing these battles with us. Counter, Brave Bird, close combat. This thing is an absolute nightmare, and it's going to be fun to watch it perform in the Great League. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright, getting into the first battle here, we have Azumarill on the lead versus Talonflame. Okay, we'll have to see if they can land a Brave Bird, but this Azumarill as well does not have Hydro Pump, so Talonflame just needs to watch out for these Ice Beams as they will still do neutral damage. But here comes the first charge move. They're going to go ahead and no-shield it, and it was the Brave Bird, so a lot of neutral damage landed right there, and we do see an Azumarill come in. So this is kind of a tough situation. You have two Pokemon in the back weak to Azumarill, and you're going to need basically Azumarill and Sableye to take down the Talonflame. So their best bet right here is to go for two Play Roughs and probably go into Sableye, if I'm being honest. Sableye's Shadow Claw can still do some nice neutral damage. You can put a lot of pressure with Return, and we will see the Play Rough land right there. They're going to bank that energy and go straight into the Sableye. Now they do have even shields right here, so they can safely shield this Play Rough to stop it one-shotting the Sableye, but they're gonna let it go. Okay, this is getting interesting. They're gonna go ahead and save those shields for the Galarian Zapdos as they go for the return right now. The opponent might just shield it. Nope, the Azumarill goes down. Okay, that is a huge return land right there for them. We will see the Talonflame come in, but they do get to a foul play in time. That is incredible. This might just force the first shield of the game here from the Talonflame. Do they get it? Yes, they do. Azumarill now does have an Ice Beam ready to go, but they're going to decide to come in with the Zapdos and just counter down. The Zapdos is jumping off the screen. Is it on a trampoline? What kind of attack animation is that? Let's watch it again. It completely goes off the screen. This is just fun to watch it fast attack. What the heck? Okay, they're going to go ahead and shield, and they should be able to fully counter down right here before the Talonflame gets to another charge move. And they do. The opponent swaps out into a Medicham, so they're going to go ahead and go for close combat for the shield bait. Please get the shield bait right here. This would be beautiful. They do get the shield. Throw the Brave Bird. One more counter, and they get to it in time. Is this going to one-shot the Medicham? Please. Boom! One-shots it, and they counter down the Talonflame. Alright, Zapdos looks pretty fun. Jumping off the screen, counter Brave Bird close combat. It also has access to Ancient Power, which is really, really nice. It is a fighting flying. Alright, so we have Defense Form Deoxys here on the lead. Again, another kind of tough lead matchup for them. We'll have to see if they do have Thunderbolt. Some Defense Form Deoxys decide not to run it. They decide to go with Rock Slide and Psycho Boost, but let's just see what it's going to be. Here comes the charge move, and it's going to be Thunderbolt. Okay, so Azumarill not looking too safe in this matchup, but they do have a Sableye in the back that can easily come in and handle this Defense Form Deoxys. They're going to go ahead and go for the Play Rough first, just apply as much neutral damage as they can. They get a shield. That's really huge for both Sableye and the Zapdos. This Thunderbolt as well, they're going to go ahead and shield it. Hopefully it's not a shield bait, and it was the Thunderbolt, so that's really good. They should be able to get to a player. Oh, the opponent swaps out into a into a Snorlax. Unleash the Ostrich. Here we go. They land the Ice Beam. Here it comes, bouncing around. Whoa! Just countering it down right here, and they will have to probably shield this Body Slam. This might do. They're gonna let it go. Let's see how much damage this does. Okay, yeah, that still did a lot of damage. They're going to be able to counter down, which is really nice here for Zapdos, as they do have a Brave Bird locked and loaded, and we will see the Defense Form Deoxys come back in. But is the Deoxys gonna respect this Zapdos right here? No, it's not. Boom! Gets one shot right there with neutral damage, and the final Pokemon is Registeel, and the Zapdos chunks a decent amount of health. Now, it's going to be up to this Sableye to close this game out. They can bring it straight in. Oh, they decided to bring in a Azumarill instead. Okay, they're just going to try to do as much bubble damage as they can. Another alternative thing that they could have done, come in with the Sableye, shield the Zap Cannon, and then swap into Azumarill to clear the debuff right here. But either way, it's fine. They should be able to get to 2 foul plays and probably close this game out, because the Zap Cannon will lower that attack, so that's what you want to try to clear the debuff if you can. So let's see how this plays out. They're going to go ahead and let the first one go through. They really like letting shields go through. The Zap Cannon's not going to be enough to take it out, which is fine. It's fine. They should be able to get to 2 more foul plays. Sorry, I said 2 earlier. I meant 3. But 2 to land it after getting the shield. So here comes the first foul play. They should be able to get to the second before they get locked on down. Yeah, they definitely can get there in time. They can safely shield right here. And that's going to be a good game. Very well played. So again, very fun to see the Zapdos jumping off of the screen and brave birding Pokemon, right? Medicham, Defense Form Deoxys, who is gonna be next? I imagine these battle submissions have a couple more in them. So let's go ahead and get into the next one. We got Azumarill on the lead versus Jellicent. Okay, another Pokemon that does pretty well against this whole team, depending on energy and matchups. But in this situation, thankfully, they do have Play Rough. Sometimes Azumarills run Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, depending on the metas. But in the latest meta for the past couple months, it's actually the whole year, you really need that Play Rough. And for situations like this as well, for neutral damage. Now, they did just go straight for the Shadow Ball, try to chunk as much damage as possible. And Azumarill now doesn't really care. It's just going to go ahead and go for some Play Roughs, chunk that health, and then probably come in with Sableye and farm down if they can. So they do get to another Play Rough in time. That was CMP tie. So the Jellicent will be throwing the Shadow Ball first, but Azumarill doesn't need to shield. It can hang on, but does it want to get farmed down? This is where we could see a swap out, but it's going to be tough because you lose the alignment if you do it. They're going to go ahead and looks like they're staying in, racing to get to that Ice Beam in time. They might just be able to bubble down, but they do catch the charge move here on Sableye. This, I think, is just going to be the Bubble Beam, and they do catch it, but the Drapion now decides to come in. So the Jellicent is very low, which means it's within counter down range for the Galarian Zapdos, and you got to be wondering what's going to be in the back. I wonder if it's double Poison or double Dark in the back. If it's double Dark, then Zapdos is looking very strong. They're going to go ahead and go for the return as well, and they do get a shield right there. While that didn't land, getting a shield is pretty huge in this situation. So they're going to go ahead and probably let this next one go through and just come in straight with the Zapdos. Yeah, they're going to let the crunch go through. It's going to be up to Zapdos to sweep this game. Can they do it? A 3v1. Galarian, Ostrich, Zapdos jumping off of the screen versus 3 Pokemon. Can they do it? Here we go. Here comes the first charge move. Crunch still hurts. I mean, it's going to be resisted, but yeah, they shielded the Sludge Bomb. That's a good call. You're going to have to double shield this right here and just fully farm down. You know Jellicent's out of energy, and it's going to be coming in, getting countered down as well. No, they get to the Bubble Beam in time. This is just going to be a Bubble Beam, though, which means they can let it go through. And they do have Azumarill to clear that debuff if they want. So let's see what is going to be coming in. It's going to be the Drapion. They swap into Azumarill perfectly to not only catch the charge move, but they also clear the Bubble Beam debuff as well. And Zapdos, they are so scared in the back. What is it? It's a Venusaur! Okay, so they're going for the close combat right here. Obviously, if this gets a shield, we're getting another boom. And no shield, but that close combat did like 45% of that health. They're just going to go ahead and go for double close combats. This is beautiful. Who would have expected close combat to do this much damage to a Venusaur to the point where they can just go for multiple close combats, not even have to try to go for a Brave Bird to beat this Venusaur? That is absolutely hilarious. That last one was shielded, and they will get to the 3rd close combat in time as this Zapdos just shows how spicy and strong it is. Boom. In this meta. What fun battles. All right. Moving into the next one. These battles like really ramp up once the Zapdos gets on the field because we've seen Azumarill versus Deoxys, all these matchups all the time, but I want to see that Zapdos. So like we saw in a previous match, they decided to stay in right here and then just close it out with the Zapdos. So it's probably going to be the same strategy going into this game. Again, probably going to be Thunderbolt, which it is there on the defense form Deoxys. So we got to see what's going to be in the back, but Play Roughs, obviously, they can get to 2. Put a lot of pressure here on the Deoxys to potentially shield. Not the first one, most likely. Maybe the second one. This is where Deoxys is like, okay, I could land a Thunderbolt if I just decide to shield right here or stay healthy and farm down. So this might be the play. They're going to go ahead and throw that Thunderbolt. Azumarill survives, and will they shield this Play Rough? They don't have to. They can survive, but let's see what the opponent decides to do. Nope, decides to let it go. So they are extremely low on health. I mean, I think you got to get the energy on the Zapdos here. Yeah, they're going to come in with Zapdos and counter down. Perfect right there. You want that energy, and you have 2 charge moves that hit incredibly strong where you can clear that debuff here. So we will see them go straight for the Brave Bird. Brave Bird against a bird. Is the Noctowl gonna respect the Ostrich? We'll find out. It does not. Nearly one-shots right there, and we see a Shadow Swampert swap in. The Noctowl lived with 1 HP and a Dream, and they want to close this game out with the Zapdos. This is going to be beautiful, everyone, as they will be forcing shields right here with these foul plays. And remember, the alarm clock is on. Wake up! The Noctowl only has 1 HP, so they don't really need to be too concerned. They can just come in with Zapdos and just counter everything down right here. Save your shields, fully counter down, and let's watch this thing unfold. Counters are doing so much neutral damage here. They're jumping off the screen. Gonna go ahead and shield the first Hydro Cannon, but can Swampert get to a second one in time? Does Noctowl have enough energy? No, they get farmed down, and we know who the big bird is in this meta right now. It's going to be the Zapdos, as the Noctowl gets the Sky Attack shielded, and they take that one. What a beautiful game. All right. Moving into, I believe that was the final one. Was that the final bout? No, we got one more. We got one more. All right. We have Azumarill on the lead versus Empoleon. Okay. Let's see how this plays out. Everything is resisted. Empoleon can do neutral with Drill Peck, and they're going to go ahead and swap out into Sableye. We do see Mandibuzz come in. Really strong duo right there. But we will see the return potentially land. Mandibuzz typically does not need to shield the first return. But yeah, they're going to go ahead and no-shield it right there, which is fine. So the typing there, Mandibuzz and Empoleon, really nice cross coverages on what they're weak to. Which is always great when you have kind of spicy pairings in the meta. So will they decide to shield here on the Sableye? My guess is no, and they're going to save their shields for the Zapdos. As we've seen every single game so far, it is the tried and true way to win these matches with Brave Bird close combat. So this is going to be fun to watch. No need to shield here on Azumarill as well, because they can just overload on energy. Oh, we see a swap out back into the Empoleon. They're going to unleash the Zapdos right now. This Empoleon is getting a little scared right here, but will they be able to get to one more charge move in time? They just threw the Hydro Cannon, which would have, I mean, honestly, would have done enough damage to probably take it out, but they get fully countered down. Zapdos loaded on energy. Azumarill still healthy in the back with energy as well. 1 shield to 2 shields. Let's see who decides to come in. It's going to be an Altaria. Okay. Will this flyer respect the Brave Bird right here? We'll find out. Okay, they decided to shield. That's fine. They will get countered down, so unfortunately right there, Zapdos does go down. But Azumarill looking very strong now, does very well against the Altaria and Mandibuzz. So ultimately, especially with only 1 shield left, Azumarill should be able to take this right here with multiple Ice Beams. So that is going to be looking to be a good battle, very well played. As we get a bit of catch-up lag right there, that might be my computer. It's pretty hot here in England right now. Yeah, we do see a nice swap out into Mandibuzz. They can easily load up on energy. And just throw this Ice Beam right here, which is great, having Ice Beam on Azumarill to handle Pokemon like Mandibuzz, Pokemon like Altaria. I know Play Rough does super effective damage to them as well, but it doesn't pick up that coverage to Grass-type Pokemon like Venusaur, Victory Bell, which is always nice to have. So the Altaria is going to go ahead and come in, and they will be going for this Ice Beam right here, and that's going to be a good battle, very well played. Altaria still hangs on, but it will get bubbled down. But ultimately, this video, my goodness, that was fun to watch Galarian Zapdos jump off of the screen, land its booms. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Galarian Zapdos and that attack animation. Literally off of the screen, you only saw its claws at the very top. So shout out to Ethan W1313 for sharing these battles with us, and huge congratulations on finding the Galarian Zapdos. So like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.